reasons why your e-commerce store is not selling and not increasing revenue, and what you can do to fix it. Most e-commerce stores are sold on ads. So a lot of times when you go out there, the first thing that you're going to see and the first thing that you're going to be tempted to do is just drive a ton of traffic to your website. And the reality is that if you have done that, you realize that either you are competing on price or people aren't buying. You're just wasting money and burning through cash on a weekly basis without any sales. If that is you, I want to tell you a story. I had a client that hired me to come in and increase their revenue in their e-commerce store. And all I did was just launch one email campaign, shift their messaging just a little bit, and they increased their revenue by 30%. And that client said that I was the first agency that they had ever worked with that actually increased their revenue. So let's talk about what really works. So first of all, you need emotional messaging. Emotional messaging, what's the transformation that your product or service delivers? If you're selling a set of plates, somebody's going to go to that website, and unless they can imagine how amazing their life is going to be and their dining experience is going to be, they're not going to buy those plates. We all buy off of emotion, right? We buy off emotion and we justify with logic. So most people focus on the science, they focus on the details, they focus on the information, when the reality is that people buy off emotion. So we've got to focus on the emotion and the transformation. The other thing about that is you have got to have optimized systems. Now, there is a very, very specific system that works and has worked for multi-million-dollar e-commerce stores that both I have worked with and also others that I haven't worked with. This is a strategy that is known in the industry by the top performers. And a lot of them probably don't want you to know that this is what they're doing to succeed. Utilizing these systems, I have been able to increase revenue consistently by 30, 60% with clients that have walked through this whole process with me. Now, yeah, it takes a little bit of work. There are things that you've got to put in place. You've got to have certain things in place in order to make it actually work in your business. But it doesn't start with ads. In fact, you can increase your revenue without even increasing your traffic. So I saw this struggle, and I saw that there was this big gap between what e-commerce owners were actually being told that they needed to be doing and what actually worked. And I put together a system, an audit, that will audit where you are at and what you've got so far, and spit out for you exactly where you need to focus and what you need to be implementing in your business to start increasing revenue. This isn't a course. This isn't just a fun little quiz. It's going to give you just this little output that you don't care about. This is going to give you something that you could leave and never see me again, implement in your business, and start getting results. So if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, there's a link down below that you can take this audit and start to learn how to optimize your store and the e-commerce ecosystem, which is the whole ecosystem and all the parts of a store that you've got to have in place in order to succeed. Most people just want to post lots of things on social media. Great. They want to increase traffic with social media. Great. They want to increase traffic with ads. Great. But if your conversion, if you are not converting those people into sales, then you have a conversion problem, not a traffic problem. And that's where most people get stuck. They're like, nobody is buying from me. I keep doing these ads, and either I'm competing on price or people just aren't buying. It's because you have a conversion issue. And that conversion issue has to do with your emotional messaging, the transformation that you are able to communicate, how clearly you're able to communicate that, the experience that people have when they visit your store, what they feel when they visit your store. And in addition to, as far as what it's going to do for them, and the journey that you bring them on when they come to your store. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in that will help you to take your business to the next level, check out my Thrive on.